Casey Richardson, Castanet News in Oliver. Heavy haze and smoke has settled in Oliver and Osoyoos due to the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire, which is still at an estimated 6,800 hectares. Due to the heavy smoke, it's difficult to tell where the fire is burning currently. And an update on Saturday, BC Wildfire Service said that they are making progress on the fire, but due to the difficult terrain that the fire is burning and the increased activity, it makes it challenging to get it under control. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen has 568 properties under evacuation order as of Saturday afternoon. In a media update at 2 p.m., RDOS Communications Coordinator Eric Thompson said that the total reflects two newly added properties at 1266 McKinney Road and 5900 McKinney Road. Right now, there will be no permit access granted for people on evacuation order to visit their properties. People who are on evacuation who may want to return to their properties for whatever reason will not be permitted to due to the vitality of the wildfire. BC Wildfire is not able to provide any access at this moment. The town of Osoyoos has properties under alert, which can be found online, and a full list of properties in the RDOS under evacuation alert can also be found online. The Nk'Mip Creek wildfire is still at an estimated 6,800 hectares, 146 personnel, a combination of firefighters and an incident management team are on scene, along with 5 helicopters and 41 pieces of equipment. Right now, I can hear helicopters in the area working on the McKinney wildfire, but they are difficult to see with this amount of haze. Right now, the BC Wildfire Service is working on structure protection in the north along with the Osoyoos Indian Band lands, as well as Shrike and in the south to Anarchist Mountain. The fire has been quite active on Saturday throughout the day, but they've had crews working overnight to protect structures and to keep it within containment lines. The fire is moving into more heavily wooded areas, and local fire departments have mentioned that controlled burns are being used, which may also be contributing to the smoke in the air. The wildfire is still classified as out of control. Castanet will keep you updated as more information becomes available. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson. If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire on Saturday afternoon. I'm standing off of Black Sage Road looking east towards the wildfire, where it's very hard to tell where it's burning due to the heavy smoke and haze in the area. Local fire departments mentioned that we would be conducting controlled burns in the area, which may be contributing to the smoke. But BC Wildfire Service did mention that this fire has been very difficult to contain due to the terrain and the heavy burn that is happening. It's been quite challenging for them to get control of the fire under the fuel conditions, but they are making progress on several of the flanks. 145 personnel, 5 rotary wing aircraft, and 40 pieces of heavy equipment. A reminder for those under evacuation order: will not be allowed permits to go back and check on their properties because the wildfire is incredibly unpredictable. We're coming close to a week being under evacuation orders and alerts for residences due to the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire, but the wildfire is very unpredictable and evacuations are there for a reason. So reminders for people to stay away and obey all evacuation orders. Staying behind when ordered to evacuate can be dangerous and pull resources from fighting the fire if crews need to conduct a rescue. And a reminder as well to stay off of the lakes in the area. Aircrafts are using those resources to water bomb and help fight the fire. And if there's a boat on the lake, it can hinder their efforts. So please stay away from Osoyoos Lake, the lakes in Oliver. Just give crews their room to work. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen has 568 properties under evacuation order as of Saturday afternoon. Again, 146 personnel, a combination of firefighters and an incident management team are on scene, along with 5 helicopters and 41 pieces of heavy equipment. I have heard helicopters in this area, but they are very difficult to see due to that haze. BC Wildfire Service continues to work on this fire and try and get it under control. Castanet will have more updates for you as they become available. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson. If you're just joining us, this is a live look at the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire here in Oliver on Saturday afternoon. I'm standing off of Black Sage Road looking east, where it's very difficult to get an actual view of the fire because of the heavy smoke and haze that has settled in Oliver and throughout Osoyoos. The fire sparked on Monday afternoon and has grown to 6,800 hectares, according to BC Wildfire Service. The Regional District of Okanagan's Nk'Mip has 568 properties under evacuation order as of Saturday afternoon. A reminder from the RDOS that there will be no permits access granted for people on evacuation order to visit their properties. People are reminded to stay away because it does take away efforts if firefighters have to check on you. Just because the fire looks like it might be moving in a different direction doesn't mean that winds can't change and the situation can change. The Emergency Support Services Reception Center in Oliver is closed on Saturday to allow volunteers time to recharge, but they still have their phone lines open. Anyone can call 250-486-1890 on evacuation order or alert, or can register online. Right now, 146 personnel, a combination of firefighters and an incident management team, are on scene, along with 5 helicopters and 41 pieces of heavy equipment. I can hear helicopters in the area here, although they are difficult to see with all of the smoke and haze. Again, stay off those lakes in Osoyoos and Oliver to allow for fire crews to do their work. Reminders for everyone to obey evacuation orders. Staying behind when ordered to evacuate can be dangerous and pull resources from fighting the fire if crews need to conduct a rescue. Local fire departments are conducting controlled burns in the area today, which may be a reason why there's so much smoke. Temperatures over the weekend are expected to stay in the low 30s, and that may either hinder the fight. As we know, high temperatures can contribute, and wind in the area can. There's a bit of wind here today, but hopefully fire crews will continue their good work and get it under control. There's also no rain ahead in the forecast. We've had extremely dry conditions starting in the spring that has contributed to an enormous amount of wildfires in the province. The Nk'Mip Creek wildfire stands at 6,800 hectares, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Castanet will be keeping you updated as more information becomes available. For Castanet News in Oliver, I'm Casey Richardson.